Extinction Key Art reveals pondering thoughts. Huge changes to cosmetics coming soon. And will Steam's new Season Pass policies disrupt Ark's schedule? You're right, kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular Ark community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So Community Crunch 435 is brought to us revealing, yes, the Extinction Key Art, that is correct. Looking very familiar to the ASE Key Art we saw once upon ago when that first came out, with a few subtle differences. Of course, unveiling the Dreadnoughtus as part of this Key Art now and gauging us a good size of what this is to be pitted against Titans. As we can see here, it looks to be marginally even bigger than the Forest Titan, though I think the Forest Titan is perhaps bending down a little bit there. I don't think it's as big as the Titans, but good grief, it certainly looks like a chunk, perhaps not so much of a chunk. I'm not too sure with this key art. You can never quite tell. It's artists' impressions and all that jazz. I think the gas bags in front is perhaps more to the foreground than it looks, but either way, Dreadnoughtus go bruh, with some very interesting other differences. If you flick between the old key art and the new key art, you'll see some sort of things such as the character riding the Rex now deciding to raise their tech rifle in fury, snow owls and dirty manners now taking center stage. Strangely, a few assets moved up and down with a specific wondering look at the mini Ark. In the original ASE key art, we can see that mini Ark being very much bigger than it looks, a lot closer to this scene, whereas in the new ASA key art, it's much further away. Could it allude to possibly a bigger, expanded version of Extinction than we got on ASE? Perhaps not. I think artist's impression is artist's impression. Possibly this is even a more accurate depiction of what to expect from this, but the Wasteland Beyond seems to push even further back and, dare I say it, look even more flat. Is this preparing us for our vehicle exploration with the Bob's DLC Extinction Wasteland Warpack with the map when it arrives? But this did get me wondering, and noting that this wasn't in the original key art anyway, tech dinos. Where the heck are tech dinos? The devs have been very quiet about these specifically. Originally introduced prior to Extinction with ASE and brought through an archaeology event, and of course having an extra 30 levels on top for you to tame these powerhouses, and with the resources you can harvest from these, such as element dust, electronics, a wealth of a number of very worthy resources. It's a wonder if Wildcard are possibly pulling these out completely and not allowing you to cheese your way through to getting electronics early on. It's all just speculation at this point, but it's good to know at least the map is still planned for that December the 16th date, though I'd still expect possibly a delay, maybe even very late into that date, so technically the next day for the rest of us. With a possibility, remember the artwork we got last weekend showing off the Dreadnoughtus and the dual wielding we all saw? Well, we all thought, is that actually covered into Ark? Well, no, it was just a bit of an impressionable thing inspired by Fury Road, but the devs are apparently looking into it. Community manager Dolly did mention on Twitter just recently that after seeing our reactions, they are looking into if it's a feasible option down the road, because it would be freaking cool. I gotta agree, Dolly. I need to see it. Let's do it. Let me jump out with my two things in the air and swing them around like I just don't care. With a confirmed date for Turkey Trials, the next event coming to Ark, though sadly this is just a colour and rate based event, so don't be seeing any turkeys knocking about for this one, nor any Dodo Rex taming, though November the 26th you'll be able to take advantage of all of the rates from 2x on PvP or PvE all the way up to 5x on Ark Park, with colours ranging from light yellow all the way down to lemon lime if you're somehow looking forward to it. But don't forget that there is a Turkey Trials mod that Wildcard made last year if you still do want turkeys roaming around on your maps, and all you got to do is install that. Just bear in mind, I don't know how the unlocks are going to work with that this time around, but you know, if you want turkeys, that's your option there. Still a shame we can't get a tameable Dodo Rex, though it appears we're going to get a giant Winter Wonderland event instead. And yeah, just a few days ago, co-founder Jeremy Stieglitz dropped a tweet saying they're exploring the options of custom hairstyles and custom emotes to be added into ASA, like the custom skins you're getting so far that are dynamically downloaded when you run into a player. And I gotta say, I am a big fan of this news. In fact, makes sense, right? Why not? If you've got those skins, why not have some fun emotes and some crazy wacky hairstyles for people to adopt on top? And especially for people like me that spend their first day running around trying to cut their hair green, it's definitely a big win. I'll be able to just whip on my custom cosmetic hairstyle to don those beautiful green locks that you know right from the off. But it seemingly doesn't stop there. On top, Jeremy also said that they're going to look into a generalized system for dino emotes as well. So we're going to get to hopefully see some crazy wacky ideas from dinos too. No looking upon those old dirty mating animations, naughty. Officially backed up in the community crunch, the devs went on to say that they are looking into it and planning it for a January release, and they'll keep us updated as they progress further with that. But it seems in preparation for that, or maybe an adverse side effect of preparing for that, going forward, there's going to be a limit on any cosmetics, any non-premium custom cosmetics. That any over 700 meg in size won't be part of the dynamic download system that they've got introduced into Ark, whereby when you run into somebody, you automatically download it so you can see the cosmetic that they're wearing. So there's going to be a limit going forward on all non-premium custom cosmetics that it has to be below 700 meg in size. You'll still be able to install custom cosmetics over 700 meg in size via the mod browser, but it's a wondering thought why this is being introduced, because I heard a rumor that some people were abusing this to integrate game-breaking mechanics with certain custom cosmetics. At least that's the rumor that I heard. Either way, I've seen that they're causing a lot of crashes at the moment. There's a lot of patching been going on as a result of custom cosmetics, and that possibly may be the real reason why this is happening, with even more being showcased in the very recent mod spotlight, including a first look at the Tarbosaurus arriving with Paleo Ark Evolution. And we looked at this in ASE. We love this thing in ASE. Very cool creature made by Team Paleo, and gonna have to try and figure out a way to have a look at this one soon. And recently, a few of you reached out to let me know a new Steam policy is being introduced related to season passes on Steam. It seems that any season passes that are announced, the date that it is given for that planned DLC can be delayed, but only once and by no longer than 3 months. And well, you've only got to look at Ark's schedule to start thinking, hang on a minute, are they going to start getting a bit itchy feet with this one? And technically, yes, Ark in itself is kind of a season pass. You're still awaiting all of the content that's still coming to it with some suggested dates, and we kind of really going to guess that they're going to be later than we're seeing so far. In fact, we already know they're going to be dropped every 3 months. I think the bail age they probably got with this is that it's still classed as an early access game. I think that gives them a lot of freedom to do what they please with this. So, you know, if you think you're going to be able to hold Wildcard accountable to this new season pass offering by Steam, I don't think it's going to really work out that way, to be honest, at least for its maps. But if we do find another season pass, and let's face it, that's probably gonna happen for the later maps, i.e. Gen 1, Gen 2, and dare I say this brand new story map, that season pass might be beholden to this new Steam policy with no longer than the delays they're allowed. Don't know how it might work for a season pass for an early access title. Who knows at this point? I don't know. I feel like there might be a loophole around this. So yeah, I really wouldn't read into this one too much, but who knows? You never know. We might get more accurate release dates going on in the future. And I'll leave you with this: 2 premium mod spotlight showcases that were shown off yesterday. One being Rising Horde Zombified Ark, that me and my bro got a early looking at its free version. Now been expanded upon with zombie dogs, some devil being kill it with fire thing, and a bunch of new different recipes you can craft in your attempt to survive the oncoming hordes. And then this absolute monster powerhouse, no, not that Quetzal nor that RG, the thing that's about to appear in a secondary is the Teraxi Titan. I think this is how you pronounce. And my god, this thing, it looks like a powerhouse. It breathes sheer force out of its mouth. It's a monstrous size. In fact, looks like it comes in a variety of sizes, with a very unique set of taming principles, bone collecting, DNA construction. Some very cool, interesting features with this one, let alone just the creature in itself looks exquisite. I want to see this. I want to check this out. I will be checking this out. Look forward to me reacting to this one on this channel very soon. And that's your lot. Extinction's still planned for that release date. A few people out there believe it's going to be delayed even further, maybe even beyond the year, but I guarantee you we will definitely get this in December. We have to get this in December, and I really hope it's not delayed any further. The closer it gets to Christmas, the worst it's going to be, at least for wildcard staff, to have to manage all of the issues they're going to have when it drops on launch. Anybody remember the Extinction launch on ASE when that came out? Surely it can't be any worse than that. Looking forward to it, and the cars and the doggo and the rest of it we haven't even seen yet. Can't wait to see what exactly more is coming with that pack. I'll see you there. Until then, my name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.